Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Thornburg. 3 days ago, Robert Kennedy, the Secretary for Health and Human Services, released a public statement on HHS's guidance for the current measles outbreak. We have had less than 200 cases this year alone, and one child has died. This is obviously a very serious year. The last time we had a child die was 2015. RFK provided 3 suggestions for the management of the outbreak. First was the MMR vaccine. Second was nutrition. And third was high-dose vitamin A. He received a lot of criticism for these 3 suggestions, and he received criticism from both sides of the aisle. The mainstream medical establishment did not like the fact that he included nutrition and high-dose vitamin A as possible treatment options, and the anti-vaxxers or pro-informed consent individuals didn't like the fact that he included the vaccine as a treatment option. I personally, as a pediatrician and someone who has worked at the Agency for Healthcare Policy and Research in Washington, D.C., I am very much in favor of his recommendations. First, the MMR vaccine has been shown to decrease the frequency of measles. However, we have to put this in historical context because his second suggestion, which was nutrition, is probably more important than the MMR vaccine. If we look at history, we know that measles was first tracked starting in 1912, and there were approximately 6,000 deaths per year. From 1912 until the vaccine came out in 1963, there was a significant decrease in the number of deaths. We went from 6,000 plus deaths in 1912 to 400 to 500 deaths in 1963 prior to the vaccine coming out. And the reason we had that significant decrease in the number of cases is because of improved sanitation, improved nutrition, access to medical care. The majority of disease prevention occurred through proper nutrition. Given that we know that there is an obesity epidemic among children in our country and also a rising number of metabolic disease cases among children in our country, nutrition is absolutely essential. And here we can see a very clear example how beneficial nutrition is to disease prevention. So I am absolutely 100% in favor of his recommendations, both as a pediatrician who is treating individuals, as well as someone who's looking at this from an epidemiological standpoint, which is looking at populations of people. Having both nutrition and the MMR vaccine listed as possible treatment management strategies is absolutely appropriate and scientifically backed. We know that the majority of adults in this country are deficient in essential vitamins and minerals. This is also true for children. Our food supply is absolutely been corrupted. There's a lot of information out there if you want to dive into that a little bit deeper. Vitamin A, hugely important in the prevention of complications with measles. Make sure you follow his recommendations. Last, I want to note that positions that the mainstream medical establishment and the anti-vaxxers are taking are actually just philosophical bookends. As parents, as common sense pediatricians, we live between those philosophical bookends. That's where life happens. That's where medicine takes place. And so we have to remember that medicine is a combination of science and culture. And thanks a lot for watching.